Hey there, it's Sue Thomas here. And today I'm going to share with you the one secret that the diet industry will never share with you. And that is because they want you to keep coming back for more. They want you to keep going on this cycle of losing weight, coming off plan, going back, putting the weight back on again, going back again, losing weight, coming off plan, putting the weight back on again. And that can be demoralizing. It can really affect our mental well-being as well as our physical well-being. And actually, the simple thing is, it's not you that is the problem. I talk to a lot of clients who say, I've got no willpower, but actually they have got willpower. They just need to understand how to get their blood sugars under control in order to be able to reduce the sugar cravings and therefore not to have to go on this constant cycle of dieting. So here's the thing. When we consume any type of sugar, it will release blood sugars into our bloodstream, and we release insulin, which will spike. Insulin removes the sugar from our bloodstream. It either takes it to the cells for energy production or it takes it to the liver to store it. We'll then have a crash in insulin and we go into a kind of state where our blood sugars are really low. And because our brain functions on glucose, it will tell us, it will send us a message that we need to eat something sugary pretty quickly because we want to bring our blood sugars back up again. And so we have another spike in blood sugar, more insulin released. Too much insulin for the system. The insulin picks up the sugars, takes them back to the liver to store them as glycogen, and we have another blood sugar crash. And that process of peaks and troughs of blood sugars can go on throughout the day. When we have a blood sugar crash, that's when our appetite kicks in and we want to eat something, and we want to eat it quickly to release sugars into our bloodstream. Now, when insulin is high in the system, insulin will cause the release of a hormone called ghrelin, which is a hormone that tells us we're hungry all the time. So if we've got high insulin in the system, we're going to have high ghrelin, which means we're always going to have an appetite, which means we're going to be constantly prowling around the kitchen trying to find things that can allow us to stay within our calorie range without overeating. And that can be really difficult for our mental health. It puts us in a place of restriction, it puts us in a place of misery, and we feel really uncomfortable. Now, here's the thing. If you balance your insulin levels, if you get your blood sugars really nicely balanced, you release a hormone called leptin, which is a hormone that tells you you're full all the time. You don't release that ghrelin. And so when you release that hormone called leptin and your blood sugars are really balanced, you don't need to snack between meals. You don't constantly think about food because your body is nourished and energized all the way from one meal to the next. So it's a really simple thing that you can do right now to help you to manage your long-term weight management without having to focus on calorie counting, without having to put yourself in a place of restriction. Just focus on removing the sugar. And when we remove the sugar, that's when we start to see better blood sugar balance. Now, I know sometimes removing the sugar can be a little bit scary. So my next 7-day sugar circuit break is happening pretty soon. And that's going to allow you to feel supported in a community space with all the education that you need to help you remove that sugar from your diet and stay focused for 7 days. And in just 7 days, you can see some real difference to your waist management or to your weight management and the kind of bloating around your waist, for example. You can see some real difference in your sleep. And you can see some real improvements in your mental well-being as well, in your positivity, in your brain fog, all those kind of things. You'll be super productive every day. You'll have a ton more energy as well. So there's some real benefits to just removing sugar for 7 days, feeling the benefit of living a lower sugar lifestyle, and then understanding where you can allow it to come back in again should you wish to. So that's a really simple thing that you can do to help you support your long-term weight management without having to fall off plan all the time and go back again and start from the beginning and sometimes more. Actually, when we get our blood sugars balanced, it's really easy. It's a simple way to manage your weight. And the diet industry, of course, will never tell you that because they want you to keep buying their products. They want you to stay in this place of calorie restriction and misery. And they want you to think that the only way you can manage your weight is by joining a club or following a plan. But actually, it's all about understanding what your body is telling you, removing sugar, listening to where your blood sugars are balanced, how balanced they are, if they're peaking or troughing. And I'll help you understand all of that in the next 7-day sugar circuit break. So just click the link below and go over and see when the next one starts. I would love to see you there. It's a really simple program to follow. It's not overwhelming. It is just a case of removing sugar for the 7 days and seeing the benefits to you and your lifestyle of living a lower sugar, sustainable way of living. So I hope you found that useful. I hope you found all 3 videos useful. If you do have any questions, just hit return and send me an email. And don't forget, you're more than welcome to book in for a free clarity call if you wanted to chat through anything with me in more detail. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take good care of yourself, and I hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.